Alright, we got a new chapter of One Piece. This one is titled Hiyori and Kawamatsu. Kawamatsu in the title! Dude, I love Kawamatsu. I was so hyped just because I'm like really into Kappa. I think Kappa is so cool. And I was so excited to see Oda's depiction of a Kappa. And I just knew I would love him as a character just from that. Just from the very first indications of what he would be, i.e. a Kappa. And then everything about him so far, everything since they freed him has been fantastic. So, let's go. More Kawamatsu action, please. Okay. So first we return to our Gang Bej little adventure. They've of course hijacked one of the battleships from Whole Cake Island and are making their way back to sea. Here, one of his the weird kind of like Dracula-esque henchmen that has big hands and big guns. It's holding up the baby. Is that safe? Is that what you want? All right, whatever. I guess they trust him. He must be like one of his top lieutenants. He's in almost every scene with Beige. Okay, so what's going on in this one? Next day, Bandit's Bridge. Zoro goes back to fight this guy again. He wants into his legendary weapons cache. He wants to get his sword back. Why do you keep stealing the weapons of people passing through? What are you trying to do with them? Give me back my sword already. Don't waste your life for the sake of one measly weapon. Right. So before Zoro fought this guy to kind of a standstill, and then Killer showed up, and the other retainer showed up, and they kind of got distracted from it. But it looks like Zoro, if able to focus, is no match for this guy. Not that one. Antenna you had, Shisui, was a stolen national treasure of Wano. Moving from our land was the start of all our misfortune. When occurred the wrath of the god of the blade. Since then, each region suffered loss after loss until the country itself fell under enemy control. Ooh. Now I like this. Not that I believe there is a god of the blade. I mean, maybe, but I kind of doubt it. That doesn't seem like where One Piece would go. But that all the people of Wano, whatever personal interests they have, whatever kind of superstitions they have or religion they have, attributed the fall of the country into Kaido's hands and the destruction of King Odin's kingdom and all of that to that misfortune. You know, that feels very real to me. That feels like how a country would actually respond, a country like Wano, to this sort of misfortune. So, and probably the timing lines up quite nicely because, you know, when that blade was stolen is when the samurai corpse was stolen, which is the kind of the outset of Thriller Bark type stuff with Gecko Moria. The timeline, I think, works out. Actually, it's more interesting than that even. Because we know that Gecko Moria lost to Kaido's crew. Okay. So it was after that he started his zombie crew. And Kaido, we assume, by taking down Moria's crew, riding pretty high, starts his plan, the enslavement of Wano. Right? Does that timeline make sense? These events all vaguely connected. Anyways, it's interesting. She freaks out. This is the first she's heard, I guess, that Zoro used to have Shisui, a legendary sword. And I love Zoro saying, "What god?" This is a common, well, not a commonly occurring characteristic of his, but it's shown up a few times, his staunch atheism. The other time I can think of offhand, which I thought was such a cool scene, was when everyone is freaking out about Enel in Skypiea, calling him God and saying, "Well, you gotta respect God." And Zoro's like, "I don't pray to God. I'm an atheist." Anyways, so they begin to fight again, but then someone shouts out, "Cease this fight!" It's Kawamatsu! Yes! It's Kawamatsu! Samurai and a monk doing battle in this remote place, and neither of you is trying to kill the other. Farcical sight. It's true, they weren't really trying to kill each other. Zoro kind of respects this guy. He just wants to know what's up with him. He just wants his sword back. And I think this guy really respects Zoro too. But he just doesn't want to give the sword back. Kawamatsu's that man a fish man? Alright, nice guess. Nice try. Zoro's like sketchy memory and understanding of biology I think is very funny. Again, it's just a little throwaway characteristic that pops up here and there. But this reminds me a lot of when he first meets Cammy, the mermaid, and he's like, "I've never met a mermaid before," and they're like, what about what's her face in Ain's lobby, you know, that saved your life?" And it shows like the memory of her just like fading away from Zoro. Okay, that's right. Meanwhile, on Onigashima, the rage between two Yonko, another Yonko encounter that split the sky, just like Shanks and Whitebeard some 300 chapters ago. No, even more than that. Kaido and Big Mom at each other's throats, causing the whole castle to shake and crumble. When is this fight going to finish? It's gone on all through the night. The island can't take it. Should we evacuate to the mainland? What's the way that the boss is fighting you, clowns? We're from Udon. Still no connection on the smell. Queen doesn't want to be here either. Queen, this is Warden? Pabanuki from Udon. Who's working again? I'll take a lot of the men with me. So help me get back if you want. He's still trying to leave. Yeah, Queen just wants to leave. Put Straw Hat, Luffy, and Captain Kidd and all the other Eyesores into cells to get them to behave. No one for now. As reported, there are no problems. So, what's going on here? Babanuki, I guess, being tortured or extorted to say these things. I'm just full of One Piece nostalgia today, I guess. Everything just reminds me of other scenes. But just kind of like failure of reporting and stuff. Another Ain's Lobby classic where he's going to say Straw Hat Luffy has taken down about 500 men, but then he gets like knocked out and all he says is 5. And Spanda's like, why is everyone freaking out? He only took out 5 guards. So here, this idea of like, everything's fine at the prison. Everyone's back in their cells. Just chill out. Yeah. Ah, that's right. That's right. That's how they did it. What's her face here? Otomo? Is this Tomo? I get the kids' names mixed up. Toko? Tomo? I don't know. Can tame animals, and all of the headliners, all of these people with artificial devil fruits to give them animal parts, are animals. They get tamed by eating the dumplings. She already tamed Speed. This is so much fun. I love this idea of like the battle lines just shifting so dynamically, recruiting enemy soldiers and stuff. Again, it's an Ain's Lobby thing. When they got the giants. I just love it. Anyways. Things all hunky-dory. Now I think the prisons, thousands of prisoners are all locked up safe and sound. Wait until they get a load of us when they show up on the day of the big battle. Oh, this is fun. All thanks to you, Kaido. That's right, yeah, he really did help out. He was getting the keys and stuff, helping sneak them around, helping out the ninja team. That we give your lives to repay what we owe you. So he cured the mummification plague, it looks like. It's actually pretty simple to solve, actually. When these samurai debts, they're too heavy, yeah. Utaro, he's back to being healthy and the star of the show. Yeah. So it's a big hug, it all paid off. You got Lord Momonosuke. Everyone trusts him. Hyogoro. I think I would live to one day speak to you again. Yakuza bosses of every region. Ooh, look at these guys! Yakuza bosses! The Oda's character designs, they're just overflowing with life. He can't help it. I don't know what impact these characters will have at all. It's just that he's thinking Wano. He knows there's going to be Yakuza bosses. And then he can't help himself. He's like, we got to get cool Yakuza bosses. Blood writing, Omasa. Split hat, Tsunagoro. Ocho, the bottle gourd. Snake eyes, Yatape. Damn, they're so cool. Backwards is need to take crap as soon as you leave the bath. That's a common thing though, because the heat from the bath or the shower relaxes some muscles, and then you're more likely to want to go. Now you know. We're gonna round up all the traders still hiding around the nation. Alright, these guys are cool. More allies. The battle line is just drawn higher and higher and higher. I can't wait for this war. It's going to be so crazy. I don't know how Oda can even hope to depict it. I hope it's kind of in the style of the Paramount War at Marineford between the Marines and Whitebeard. That it's just this constant panorama. You know, just intense battles shown just scene by scene by scene. It had such a cool feel. I can't wait. These guys are intense. Look at Gramps, he's like the boss of them all. They do some classic Yakuza stuff. I mean, I know it's a comedic scene, but could these guys really even touch Luffy if you wanted them to not? Whatever. Yes, to mind your manners. Alright, these guys are a lot of fun. Now that this is over, finally report back to Kinemon. This beast, the man from Kuri who stole the plans from the mansion at the end of the show was you all along. We were looking for these. The plans at Kaido's mansion at Onigashima. Smart, smart. Shooting Maro. Helping out. Hanging out with dogs from here. Now they're going to get the call of the happy news. We've taken over the prison. The prison is ours now. Much, much more. Take too long to explain all, but in brief, 3,500 men. Sir Luffy rescued and even Kawamatsu found and released. The labor tech taking over that number is preposterous. But releasing Luffy turned into all of that. More soldiers to join us yet. There's one problem I should point out first, however. Number of weapon factories to Wano, but nearly all of them are making weapons to export to foreign lands. Okay. Is that a problem? Can't they just go try to take over those factories and then have tons and tons of equipment for themselves? What's the problem? Samurai want to use most are swords and spears. Zoroichi has ordered possession of weapons in Wano a crime that are difficult to acquire. If you do not have a blade for every warrior who wishes to fight, it will not be much of a battle. Yeah. Alright, that's kind of cool. This is something that is kind of a samurai movie classic. If I'm thinking back to like Kurosawa films, Seven Samurai comes to mind. It's not just a method, it's not just a manner of warriors, but equipment, which is something that I think is glossed over in a lot of series and stuff. And even in One Piece, it's often glossed over that they just have a bunch of people ready to fight, and they have their own weapons. Like going back to Iron's Lobby, Frankie family, they had their weapons and stuff. All of the craftsmen and stuff, they were ready to fight. But yeah, this feels again in line with kind of a more samurai type culture. We need katanas. We need to return the confiscated katanas. So again, it all goes back to this monk on the bridge with his weapon arsenal. We progress here as well, but stay put for now to best assess our true strength. I will head to Amigasa village and make it our base. Information, submit a detailed report, Rise up. Oh, this is so fun. It's so commandery, you know, like so. They're really building up like a true military force. We've never really seen that from the good guys in One Piece before. There's more tactics and strategy being put onto that side of the battle than we've seen before. And of course, it's going to end with Luffy just disregarding every single order that's been given and starting to rampage. But, oh, this is going to be great. Kawamatsu! See you alive and well this way is the greatest gift I can imagine, Lady Hiyori. Your parents thought she was raised by a kappa. Kawamatsu. Give me what little food you can find to give me. So you grew weaker and weaker over the years. Survive on your own and tremble at the thought of you dying just because of me. I'm scared and ran away from you. The kind-hearted reason. That was why. I put on quite a lot of weight thanks to that. Whoa! And then suddenly a surprise attack from Kaido's forces. Some Mad Max reject with a pistol, shooting our honorable monk here. What a shame. For revenge, Kyukimaru. Those are for wild beasts. You're going to pay for stealing our weapons. We're taking them all back today. Okay, so. Now Zoro and Kawamatsu. Even though the lines of alliance haven't really been drawn here, all three of these people kind of at odds. Well, no, not Kawamatsu and the monk, of course, but you know what I'm saying. Zoro and Kawamatsu eyeing each other suspiciously, but knowing, in this instant, they must be allies. Master Kawamatsu, I'm so glad you're alive and well. Okay. So the monk runs back over the bridge. Fair enough. Kawamatsu, of course, just wastes everybody. Zoro wastes the other half of everybody. And that's it. Okay. Alright. Let's read the next chapter right now, because we can do that. It's the power of being behind. So yeah, please join me tomorrow for chapter 952. Bye-bye for now.